Game of Thrones Season 7, Episode 3, The Queen's Justice. It was good. Okay, let's just get into it. Alright, so we start with some stuff. I think Jon showed up on the beach with Davos. That was cool. Davos and Missandei had a little moment. That was interesting. It's cool to see those like worlds colliding. Davos and Missandei. That's two of my personal favorite characters, and they got to do a little chatting. That was nice. What happened after that? Oh yeah, we had some dragon action coming up. Yeah, that was cool. Snuck up on them. That's a really quiet dragon. And we got to see Jon emote maybe more than ever on the show. He was like, oh, that was first time I've seen Jon open his mouth. Yep. And then we had all the titles for Daenerys, and then Davos was like, "This is Jon Snow." That was really funny. That was a funny little scene. Oh, I liked that Daenerys asked for forgiveness for Jon's for her family killing Jon's family and stuff. That was nice of her. That was a nice little play. Jon made a little line about the squabbling children and all that stuff, and Daenerys didn't like that. That whole scene was pretty cool. I like that. I gotta turn on the fan. Holy fuck, it's so fucking hot. Oh, that's better. Oh god, I hate heat. In the Song of Ice and Fire, I'm definitely probably more ice than fire. When I'm hot, God, I fucking just can't do shit about it. But when I'm cold, there's a lot of things I can do to make myself uncold. Anyways, moving on. Euron is awesome in this season. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. He's very funny, very charismatic. Oh man, he's too funny, man. What is the scene? He dragged the Sand Snakes through King's Landing, and he did his thing, and he loved all the attention and all that shit. He's just a really funny character. And he's also like, he's a good villain. He's a really good villain for the last couple seasons or whatever. We had Joffrey first, who was just a little piece of shit who really couldn't do anything but be a piece of shit and order people around. And then we had Ramsay, who was like a manipulator, who just manipulated motherfuckers, and he could fight fairly well. But now we got fucking Euron, who is just like this force of fucking evil who can't be stopped, and I think it's pretty awesome. He's a very entertaining character this season, so I'm glad they spiced him up quite a bit, because he was pretty boring in the last season when they introduced him, but they made him, they answered our prayers. Anyways, the sad snakes. We got the sad snakes now, because damn, Cersei's plan to break them down, her punishment for them, very sad. I was watching that and I was like, oh, what gruesome shit is gonna happen? But then nothing played out on screen that was gruesome, but the plan that she has for them, I was like, that's fucked up. That's, wow. That's that's Cersei level fuckery right there for sure. So that was a very appropriate fucking punishment, I guess, whatever, torture. It was creative. It's just creative. For those who didn't watch it, basically the mother has to watch her daughter rot in the same cell as her. That's fucking crazy. We'll see if anything happens from there. I don't know if they're gonna get saved or whatever. I think that might be the end of those characters. Ugh. Maybe something will happen. Bronn had a little connection with the young Sand Snake. I don't know. But as far as I can tell, they are fucked. They're done. What else we got? Boss Cersei acting like a fucking boss. Mostly in the scene where she didn't give a shit that people saw her with Jaime. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. She's doing her boss thing. Jon is better at Tyrion than brooding. Yes, of course, obviously. D plus J, question mark? Daenerys plus Jon. It seems like they're kind of setting up maybe a romantic thing, but then I remembered they're actually aunt and nephew, technically. So that's not cool, probably. We'll see how they handle that shit. Littlefinger says some weird shit to Sansa, like, pretend that everything is happening all at once, all around you. And I'm just like, okay, alright, buddy. And nothing will be a surprise. And it's, what? What the fuck are you talking about, Littlefinger? They still don't know what the fuck to do with Littlefinger. He's a very ineffective character right now. And then immediately after that, we see Bran, who is exactly what Littlefinger was just describing. Fucking can see and sense everything. And then, of course, Bran goes on to be a fucking weirdo and point out the rape of Sansa. He's like, oh yeah, I saw when you got raped. That sucked. It's like, dude, you know everything in the world, and that's the one thing you bring up? Come on, man. Fucking dumb. Bran also just looks weird now. I mean, no, I mean, he's fine. But man, he aged like crazy on this show. He used to be this cute little kid. Now he's like this tall, lanky, fucking weirdo. No, it's cool. He's fine. Someone posted like he looks like an amalgamation of all the Beatles combined. And that's hella funny because he kind of does. Let's see, what else? And then we had the Casterly Rock. Finally get to see the Rock. But as we can see on the show, I think maybe they don't even give a shit about the Rock too much. In the books, the world of Ice and Fire, the way it's supposed to be portrayed is like there's like a fucking lion carved in the side of the mountain and shit. It looks so dope. It's like a giant fucking mountain sphinx castle. That's what Casterly Rock is supposed to be, the seat of the Lannisters. But on the show, it just looked like Highgarden or something. I could barely even tell the difference. I mean, it was still on the side of a rock, which is cool, the side of a mountain. And then they had the ruse scene. Tyrion was explaining different scenarios in which the battle could play out. It's a cool little scene, and it was a cool little strategic thing for Jaime. He did the same thing that Robb Stark did to him a few seasons ago. So then Jaime takes Highgarden and confronts the Queen of Thorns, and we have the little end scene there where Queen of Thorns busts it out all over his ass with the fucking Cersei shit. Cersei sucks and all that shit, and Jaime's like, yeah, maybe you're right, I don't know, just drink this poison. and then the Queen of Thorns tells him that she killed her son, his son, and it's like, who fucking cares anymore, man? Joffrey's a piece of shit. But nah, it was a cool little scene. All in all, though, I like this episode, probably the best one so far. A lot of shit happened. Oh yeah, Jorah was cured out of nowhere. I think I skipped over that. Jorah was just completely cured out of nowhere. That's crazy, man. It completely defies logic. A lot of the logic of this show has gone out the window. Like, Euron was just in King's Landing, and then he traveled all the way across the continent and was miraculously at the Rock, Casterly Rock. So logic is kind of flying out the window in these last two seasons. That's okay, though. They're just trying to fucking keep the entertainment coming at a brisk pace, and that's also why Jorah just got cured. But I'm cool with it because I fucking love Jorah, so it's cool to see him cured. Yeah, cool episode. I have kind of a headache and my tooth kind of hurts, so I'm kind of like, But, yeah, I liked it. I give it 4 out of 5 dire wolves.